All right, next racing fans. So everybody that's been following the build, I do have a little update for you guys. So I want to go ahead and get this turned around so you guys can see the build so far. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribed to the channel, who's watching the videos, helped me out a lot. Hopefully one day I can get enough followers or subscribers to monetize this, I guess you can say, and earn money from it so that I can do more with the car. I want to build another car, but obviously I have to finish this one first. But let's go ahead and get this turned around so you guys can see what I've done so far. Remember to subscribe, like the video, comment below what you want to see, what you don't like, what you do like. I read them all, so just go ahead and leave whatever you want to leave. So let's go ahead and get this turned around. All right, so as you guys can see so far, some of these bars are not welded in yet. Most of them are. As you guys can see, we have the door bar here. We need the other bar to come in so we can do an X there. I got to go pick up the 1.5 inch bar that I need for that. That's roughly the last thing that I need to do. So you guys can turn this way. You guys can see funny car cage. All I need to have left is to weld that small bar, inch bar there, that bar there. Then the complete funny car cage is done. You guys can see on this side, we have the 2 bars on the bottom. We have the seat bar, the door bar, which is done. And then, like I said, the funny car cage. I need to do the other side of it over there. So obviously it's not done after I weld that. So other side, I got to do the other side over there. That's a bar that comes down from there down to that bar. And then I need to do a bar from there to there and a bar from there to there. But as you guys can see, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to finish up the cage. We've got the top X bar, or yeah, 1 X bar in. Dash bars all done. Front crossbar is done. So what I'm going to end up doing is I have this bar that goes in underneath that right there. And then there's like a little opening right there. So I'm going to put a plate there, screw that in, put some silicone around it so I don't get anything in the car. So that front bar there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up cutting this bar like right here after that bar. This bar right here after that bar, I'm going to end up cutting it there. On the other side, cutting it. And then more than likely, I'm going to do a bar from here straight to that one over there. Straight, based off of probably like around here. It'll go underneath the drive shaft. So I need to get rid of that in there because that's where the power glide is going to go. And I don't have enough room for the power glide to fit in there with that bar in there. So that'll be that. You guys can see over here, both sides, the bars spacing is roughly 15 3/4 inches of spacing in between two. Right here where the pedals are, I'm thinking about putting like a plate right there going all the way down. So like, I'll give you an example so I can't reach over there. So doing like a plate from here all the way to the front on top of here. That way I can kind of stick my feet on top of it and not have my feet behind that bar on the bottom. The pedals feel a little bit funky with that being said. We're getting there, guys. I wish I can have more videos of me actually working on it. Grinding, welding, all that stuff. If that's the stuff that you guys want to see, is you actually working on it, making the bars, cutting them, grinding, fitting them, please let me know in the comments below, because I'll go ahead and post more of that. It's just been hard because it's me by myself, so I don't have anybody to come from behind me and kind of show what I'm doing. I could get, a little post to hold the phone up, but it's a little bit rough so far right now. But this is what we got. Other than that, I don't need the bars in here. This is usually for a 750 chassis, you need an X bar right here. From right there to over here. You don't need that when you have the stock floor, stock firewall, stock door pillars, and stock door hinges. You don't need that bar. So, like I said, I got roughly 1 bar over there. 1, 2, funny car cage, 3. The gusset for the funny car cage, and then 1 bar come across to the funny car cage. And then obviously the rest of the door bars, which I got to go get 1.5 inch for that. But as you guys can see, like the fitment. Look at the fitment. Fitment is good. So all around. So I'm going to go ahead. I did a lot today so far, so I'm going to go ahead and weld the actual frame, or not the frame, the actual cage itself to the main bars down there. So that's obvious. That's bar number 1, and then I believe that's bar number 6, if I'm not mistaken. That one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and weld these to that, because I went ahead and pulled the entire cage up over. I pulled the cage up and then dropped it into that slit right there, which dropped the cage down about 5 to 6 inches, which gave me enough room to weld over. Oops, barely see there. Weld on top up here. So every single bar in this car has 360-degree welds on every bar. So there's not one bar that doesn't have a weld all the way around. I'm still going to add a couple gussets here and there that are required for the 750 cert, but every single bar is welded with 360 degrees around. So I'm hoping that we can, well, I'm not hoping, we will get this chassis done by the end of the month. I'm going ahead, and then once I'm done here, I'll go ahead and start the bars that come from here down to the 4-link frame, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 bars. So we have 2 come straight down, and then we're going to have an one come down as well. And then I might do one off here down to the side over there. I'm thinking about doing one right there up to, right around here somewhere, just to integrate it all a little bit more, so we have some high mounts and then we have a couple low mounts as well, so it's all together. Once I get all that done, I'm going to put the rear housing back in it, put the axles in it, put the tires back on it. I'm going to go ahead and roll it forward, flip it around, pull it back in, and then weld the other sides of the welds on that, because obviously I can't weld the other side of that bar over there because the door is right there and I can't see, so I'll have to flip the car around, pull those doors off, weld that side, and then once that's done, we'll go ahead and get the wheel tubs in, and then get this all covered up here all nicely, and then we'll start with the electrical and the brake lines as well. So we'll do the electrical and the brake lines roughly at the same time. Like I said before, the wipers will work, the sunroof will work. See if you guys can see up here, it has a sunroof. It'll work. The power windows will work. The only thing that won't work is the power locks. The power locks won't work. But the power windows will work. Headlights, taillights, sunroof, wipers, everything will work as normal, so that this car can be as streetable as possible. Obviously, it's got, full cage in it, but I'm hoping down the road that we can do some drag and drives with it, and hopefully with your guys' support, we can get there and win a couple of them. So, all right, guys. So, like I mentioned, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm trying to get up to the minimum required subscribers to get monetized, so that we can do this somewhat full time, so you can get more builds going. Maybe get some people in here to help me out. Been doing this all by myself, so it's been a little bit rough. But if we can get this somewhat monetized, we can get more builds going. We can get builds that you guys want to see, things that you guys want to see as well on the channel. All done, by next racing. So we'll go from there. But if you guys like the cage so far, like the progress, leave a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I read them all. But that's it for now. Remember, stay tuned. We're next racing.